Hello. All right. So I have been for the last, I don't know, for the last few months, I've been coming up with and offering a free program that I can offer because I know what I do with my clients, I can give for free to people and do it in a way. So where I get stopped is like figuring out how to do it in a way that really relates to you specifically, really provides value, that's something that you actually want. And so what I've been doing is just diving into like what is it that I have done in my life that has really impacted my level of fulfillment, my level of confidence, my ability to really pursue the things that I want to create, whether it's having created 3 businesses, whether it's having left 2 jobs to do that, whether it's enrolling my husband in, hey, I really want to do this, here's how it's going to look. So having powerful conversations. But really, I think about this, and what it came down to was, how did I go from being stuck, really, really stuck, to being what I consider unstoppable? And when I say unstoppable, I mean resilient as fuck, unwilling to stop when I hit resistance or roadblocks, or I can't figure something out, or I try something and I fail. And like, really, what does it take to go from where I was to where I am and how I operate now? So the biggest mistake that I see women make in being in their lives and feeling like, man, is this all there is? Or man, I'm right, I'm doing this thing, but I really want to be doing this thing. But like, what, like bridging that gap. The biggest mistake I see women who are like, I really want this. I really want more. I want more in my work. I want to start my own business. I want to speak, I want to do something that is utilizing my skills and my gifts, and it's going to light me up, and I'm going to actually have fulfillment and excitement and passion in my life. There's 2 mistakes that women make. One is they never even stop because they're too worried about what people are going to think. What are people going to think? What are the people directly in my life going to think? What are the people that I know and love going to think? What are people out there going to think? And then they're looking for permission out there. So these 2 things are the things that I've determined are really, it's the biggest thing that I see as a roadblocks for women creating their lives intentionally and from the place that is their own authentic truth. And so the consequence of anyone people pleasing, worried about what people are going to think, and then looking for answers outside themselves, looking for permission, like, oh, so-and-so, first of all, it's our parents that are going to give us permission. Then it's our spouse or our partners who's going to give us permission. Then it's our boss who's going to give us permission. I mean, think about how we are conditioned to look outside of ourselves for answers or permission. So those 2 things, I think, are devastating to anyone looking to really create their lives in the way that's going to bring them fulfillment. And the consequence of this is, 1, inaction, paralysis, like paralysis analysis, fear of failure. I don't even get started. I'm not even going to get started. Ignoring our deepest desires, like, I really, really want this. Shh, just don't think about that. That's not possible, right? What are people going to think? What are people going to think? And wanting, but never actualizing. Wanting, having these deep desires, but then never actually materializing it. Till finally, they give up. It's like, well, I guess this is as good as it gets. I guess I should be happy. I hear this all the time and it fucking pisses me off. I'm so blessed. And I'm not saying, like, listen, if you're one of those people who's like, I'm so blessed, Fantastic. Great. I'm not trying to rain on your blessed parade. What I'm saying is, when we start to check things off of our list, that is because it's not possible, right? Tried that, it didn't work out. Or what would so-and-so think? Or, oh, I really don't have the money for that. Oh, I'm not, right? We check the things off the list. We die a little bit inside every time we have that deep desire and we stuff it back down. Every time that little, I call it the tiny voice. The tiny voice is you in your highest, is where you're supposed to be going. The tiny voice is the one that's like, oh, that would be amazing if I could experience, have that. That's the tiny voice. That's the voice of the 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old who thinks anything is possible. The tiny voice gets shoved down so much that it takes a lot for us to keep it down. And we accept our level of fulfillment or lack of fulfillment as just what's so. And I think about, well, what is it that it took for me to go from stuck to relentless to unstoppable to I am actualizing this vision no matter what. There is no back door. There is no back door. I want to just share something with you. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Kristen Lena. If you're watching this live, post in the comments, hello. I love to see posts and I love to see comments or hearts or thumbs up or whatever. I don't even know. I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. For those of you who don't know me, and this is your first time seeing me or listening, I am a catalyst for the bold and audacious expression of female desire. Like, I fight for women to be fully self-expressed and fully lit up in life because I've lived on the other side. I've lived on the self-doubt. I've lived with the I'm not enough. I've lived on the side of, oh, well, I guess that's just not meant for me. I've been there. I want to just share something with you. I've been there and I'm here and I don't have everything that I want. I haven't gotten to the place that I desire, I don't have all the things, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. And there was something that I was going to say. It was so good. Okay. So what I want to share is, I don't know if a lot of people know this, and I don't have anything around it. Like, I don't have any shame or anything around this. And I graduated high school with a 2.4 GPA. The first 2 years of my high school, I was hanging out with the wrong crowd, the popular kids. I was ditching, I was smoking weed. I think I had like 37 absences in a history class. I got D's. I left that school with like a 2.1 or something ridiculous GPA. And then my second 2 years, I went to a school that was like, all the cool kids weren't smoking pot and ditching class. All the cool kids were like prepping for college. And I was like, oh shit. Okay. And this is just the people that I was hanging out with. Like, the people I was hanging out with were actually like committed to something better for their lives. So I hustled my butt, but in those 2 years, I could only make up 4 points. I graduated with a 2.4 from high school. I went to community college. I worked my way through school. I literally worked. I left home at 17. I got a job. I worked my entire way through college. I graduated college cum laude and on Dean's List. So there's something inside of us that is always going to be pulling for your greatness. Always. And it's that thing that's like, I want more. It's the thing that's like, is this all there is? What are we really doing? Is this my life? Because for me, those questions came up when I was like, is this really my life? Like, is this all there is? Is this as good as it can get? And I just kept asking that question over and over and over again in my life. And then fast forward to my next stuck point. My next stuck point was graduating college. Obviously, I have brains. I obviously can take care of myself because I left home at 17 and I've been working ever since, but I couldn't go get a real job. So from the time I graduated college till I was 32 years old, I was a college educated bartender. So I was 32. And so I realized how stuck I was, how fearful I was of making the wrong decision. There were things that I knew I was never going to do. Things that I was like, over my dead body, will I go do this? I don't know why. I don't know why. And it was just working in corporate, right? It was like what all my friends graduated college, went and got the real job. I was like, freedom was too important to me. Freedom was just too important to me. So I tell you that because I went from a 32-year-old college educated bartender to having founded and start 3 companies, finding my husband, who none of my relationships worked before him, having a family, being able to take any obstacle, any roadblock, and make something of it, actually use it to my advantage. The reason why I'm telling you this is because if you are one of those women who is like, there's something in me, there's just something in me that hasn't been tapped into yet. I know it. It's in there. It's the truth of who I am, and it's the truth of what I desire in this lifetime. Because you're going to desire all kinds of shit. I have desires all over the place. I want to do this. I want to do that. None of them, I'm just going to tell you, none of them would have been possible had I not discovered this, what I'm talking about. This resilience, this relentlessness. And it all came from something I'll tell you about in a second. But that little spark, that little thing in there never goes out. The desire spark, the desire flame, it never, ever goes out. So you can ignore it. You can kind of like set it aside. It'll always be there. Just kind of like, remember that thing that you really want to do? This really isn't it. This shitty ass job. Is this what you're going to spend your life doing? And at some point, guys, at some point, for some of us, it's on our deathbed. For some of us, it's like, holy shit, I live my whole life doing that? Ah, crap. For some of us, like me, we wake up to what's possible sooner, and we actually do the work to figure that out, to actually make that happen. So if you continue to worry about what people are going to think about you and look for permission outside of yourself, you will stay stuck. There's a couple of other things that I think make up a really big part of that getting unstuck, going from stuck to unstoppable. But that piece of it, those 2 components, the kind of people pleasing, worrying about what people are going to think. And, people could be your parents, it could be your husband, it could be your best friend, it could be, and then looking for permission outside of yourself. Those 2 things will keep you exactly where you are. I am in the process of creating, so I launched a course last year called Sacred Liberation. It was an 8-week course. It was fantastic. It was phenomenal. And I'm taking that course and I am making it just freaking epic. And what I'm looking to do, what I would really love to be able to do, is get feedback from any woman who is listening to this, watching this. Maybe someone sent this to you and is like, hey, I think you should look at this. And any woman who resonates with, I feel like there's something more that I could be doing, that I want to be doing. It's in there, but I'm not doing it. And I don't know how to go from where I am to where I want to be. I don't know. I feel stuck. If you are listening to this and you are in a place where you feel stuck, I want to speak with you. Now, this isn't to speak with you to sell you anything. I actually need information from you. So what I'm looking for is, I want to find out what are some of the things that you believe or have done, or I want to be able to have a conversation with you, and I want you to tell me what it's been like for you. Because I say this, and I don't want this to sound whatever, however it's going to sound like, oh, I've been there, I'm so much better than that. No, I don't want, just know that I'm not saying, with what I'm about to say, I'm not alluding to like I've made it. But I sometimes forget what it's like to be stuck. Like I forget what it's like to not live in my truth. I forget what it's like to not trust myself. I forget what it's like to 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 ask permission. I forget what it's like to be like, what would people think? I am so not that person anymore that I kind of forget. But those are the women that I really, 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 really want to serve, because there's a part of you that's like, I'm fucking amazing. There is a part of you, and it may be buried so deep down, but it doesn't fit in like I'm just gonna use all these like normal, like how we do things here. I am looking for women who want to break the rules, who want to disrupt the systems, who want to live life on their terms and don't know how. And don't know how, and or want to take that to the next level. Maybe you are doing that already on a certain extent, like to a certain extent in certain areas, but it's not like I'm fucking unleashed everywhere. So if you're listening to this and you know there's something within you that wants to come out, it wants to be expressed, either you want to create a passion project, you want to do new work in the world, you want to do something that makes a difference, that where it matters, and you're serving other people, you are actually being used up. Like you are being used up by life because this is what you came here to do, but you're not doing it yet. I want to talk to you. So I want to have a conversation with you. I'm not even kidding. I want to have a phone conversation with you where I ask you a couple questions and I get what it's like for you, because there are so many women. Listen, I've been talking a lot about our deep conditioning. Like we are fucking conditioned to seek outside of ourselves. We are so conditioned to not know. I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. Why? The reason you don't know is because you don't trust yourself. And we are deeply, deeply, deeply conditioned. Teachers are the authority. Parents are the authority. Teachers are the authority. Employer is the authority, husband or partner is the authority, government is the authority, church leader is the authority. Where's our authority? Where is it? So this is what I'm trying to say to you is, you are. So until you can get that shit out of the way, you're going to be stuck. And I want to create a program, I just want to create a program for women that has them see what's possible, that has them taking the first steps out of stuckness. The first crucial, powerful steps out of being stuck. And then it's like, holy shit. Like, holy shit, this is possible? So if that is you, what I would request that you do, if you're watching this because I sent it in my email to my email list, respond back. Respond back with just something, I'm in, or pick me, or something. And we're going to have a conversation, and I'm just going to interview you. Honestly, I'm just going to interview you, ask you where you're at in your life, and we'll just riff for a minute. I will be recording the call because I will not use your name. I will not use any of it, but I need it in your words. Like, this is really what I'm looking for. I want to know in your own words, what does it feel like to be stuck? What does it feel like to not be living in this place where you are living full out and you are doing the work that you want to be doing and you are in the relationship you want to be in and you're in the body and you have the money? Like, when you're not fully immersed in life and creating life and really being in the driver's seat of life, there's an impact. And I want to hear what it's like for you in your words. Or everything's great. I mean, I am here. I'm lit up and everything's working. But then there's this one spot that's not. And it's my thing. And you want to move from stuck to unstoppable. So please, please, please respond to the email, type in the Instagram chat, DM me, PM me. I'm going to be blasting this video as many places as I possibly can because I really am I would love to have 10 conversations with 10 women to really just interview you around what this has been like. So this is the beginning of something bold and beautiful and brilliant. And I appreciate you and I love you. And Instagram, I don't know what's happening over there. Oh, I'm visionary. I just have to poke my thing down. So thank you. I didn't know I was going to go this long, but it's all good. It's all worth it. I hope this like catalyzed, like ignited, relit that fire that's inside of us, the fire that doesn't go out until we go out. And I mean it, it does not go out until we go out. But it's that thing that you're actually meant for. What you desire is desiring you. You desire it because this is what you're meant for. So, mwah, thank you. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, people on my email list. And I cannot wait to have these conversations because it's going to be so, 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 so good. All right. Oh, and share this. If there's someone you know that's like, oh, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm so stuck. I'm so freaking stuck. Send this video to them. Okay. Tag them or send it in a private DM or a PM. Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye. Sorry, Facebook, you guys. I don't know how to. This is craziness. I have so many freaking windows open. All right. See you soon. Bye.